All right, y'all. Y'all have seen me stack a cake multiple times, but I've never shown you exactly how to do it. So today, I'm gonna show you all my tips and tricks to stacking the perfect cake. So follow along. All right, I have my 2 cakes. This is gonna be a naked cake, obviously, but I have my first layer and a bunch of straws. So these are just like milkshake straws, so they're thicker than just what you would get for your drink. And I do one on one side. I'm gonna make a big circle. So I'm gonna do one here, and then I'll go directly across from it. So I'll go here. And then I want to do 2 in between these. So I'm gonna do one here and one here. Pushing really down, pretty hard on these. You wanna make sure they get all the way to the bottom. My cakes are chilled, so it's gonna be a little trickier. I'm gonna do my last straw. So I have my 6 straws in, and then I am gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna hold right where my cake is level, and I'm gonna pull up just a little bit and then cut. And I'll do this all the way around. And then once these are all cut, I just go back and push these down level with my cake. And then I have really good support for when I put my second tier on. So these will be holding this cake instead of the cake holding the second cake, if that makes any sense. So these are all in, and then I have my second cake here. Is very chill, so the buttercream won't really come off on my fingers. I'm gonna scrape underneath, and I have a board under here. So I've iced my cake on another board. Try to center very carefully on my cake. And if your cake is chilled, you'll be able to move it around a little bit and then pulling out. And you can see I've messed up just a little bit here. I'll wipe off my hands, and you can go back and touch up little spots. But for the final touch, if this cake was just staying at your house, this is where you could totally stop. But this cake is traveling. So I want a really thick dowel to go all the way through this cake, so this cake does not go anywhere when it's in the car. But this dowel is a little too tall, so I'm gonna hold it up against my cake, and I want it to go like 3/4 of the way through my top cake. So I am gonna cut this. And then on the end, I've just shaved off a little bit so it's a little bit pointed, so it'll go through the cake a little bit easier. So I will find the center of my cake and then push this all the way through. And then when you hit that board, I have a little hammer and a few little taps, and it'll go through. It's always nerve-wracking using a hammer on a cake, but to get it all the way through, that's what you need. And I will use this as a guide to push my dowel all the way through. And then you can hear, once it hits this board, I want to go through just a little bit. And then I have this little hole in the top, which is really easy to fix. I have a little bit of buttercream that I'm just gonna patch over the top and smooth out. It's like it was never even there. Ta-da! You have a stacked cake, which quite literally levels up your baking. But if you enjoyed this cake, make sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell so I can teach you more tips and tricks like how to stack a cake. Bye!